Hello. Welcome to LoFi Bedtime Very Tales. Not tales like as in cats, but tales as in fables, myths, and parables. Parables that won't make you feel terrible. I'll stop with the nonsense already. In this episode is a lesson on how one cat is trying to live his life and have as much happiness as he can. Meanwhile, his neighbor cat is consumed with negativity and only seems to focus on what the other cat has. It's not helpful to be negative, and certainly not helpful to be spending so much emotional energy in order to remain upset over someone else who is not impacting your life at all. As long as no one is bothering anyone or hurting any animals, I like to let people be and hope they'll do the same for me. It's all about being neighborly. And being neighborly is being helpful. You know what else is helpful? Remembering to do things today to make tomorrow better. It was the cat's conversation. Kitty cat meow. 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 Overheard in a neighborhood not too different from your own was a conversation between two cats. They lived directly behind one another and hardly ever got out in their backyard. Barry had moved into the neighborhood with his owners a year ago, while Monty had been born there. They were both short-haired tuxedos. You know, their fur looked like tuxedo suits. They had no cat story of getting into fights with any other cats. Now, dogs on the other paw, that is an ongoing feud for the ages. Bow wow and meow are two languages I can speak fluently, and it has come in handy to help stop a battle of bites. Anyway, in the past few months, new families moved into the neighborhood with their cats. Most of these new cats only stayed inside, which is a very wise idea, 9 lives or not. Monty could sometimes see these new kitties looking out of their windows, and he watched them. Monty felt uncomfortable by these new felines in the area, while Barry minded his own business and kept it in the litter box. One night, they both leapt up onto their shared fence. Soon, they were speaking or debating and more with one another about a lot of things. Here's what happened. Barry engaged Monty in a very courteous way with, "Hey, how are you? My name is Barry. What's your name?" Monty sniffed the air while looking at Barry with a sneer and stated, "My name is Monty. I'm trying to enjoy the night air, so please leave me to be here on my fence alone." Barry, aspiring to remain agreeable, licked the back of his left paw and rubbed his left ear and returned with, "I think it's both our fence. I can leave you be. It was nice to meet you, though." Monty, annoyed with his interaction, spat, "Yes, thank you. You can leave me alone if we ever meet again." Barry could tell that Monty was upset or more like angry, so although perhaps not a great idea, decided to ask Monty a serious question. He queried, "I don't understand. You seem angry with me. Why would you be angry with me? I haven't done anything to you." Monty replied, "I just don't like you and the other new cats." Barry thought for a moment about all the other cats in the neighborhood and the fun things Monty appeared to have in his house by looking through Monty's huge parlor window. Monty had a big fuzzy ladder to climb and rest on and other things any kitty would seem to enjoy. Barry then said, "From what I can see from my window, you seem to have many good things to be content with. I'd like to have things like that. And why are you upset with me? And those cats that are like me?" Monty provided, "You've all moved in so fast. I see the way you all look at my things. I think if you get your way, you'd take my things away from me." Barry was perplexed and returned, "I do not want your things. I would only want to have those kind of things that you have, not the things that you have. I am not a thief." Monty, almost interrupting, shot back, "But if you have those things, then there will be less cats like you, and there will not be a big difference between us. You will then be more like me. You are not like me. You are different. And if you are more like me, then I will not be seen as more important than you." Barry, a bit stunned by Monty's admission, corrected, "I will not be you. I will still be me. Where does it say we can't all be important? Aren't we all important? I don't get that." Monty was stuck on his previous point and added, "Without my things, I am just like you, and I don't want to be seen as being like you." Barry was now even more stunned and asked, "Why not? What's wrong with me? What have I done to be judged so negatively?" Monty simply spat, "I don't like you. I'll never like you. You are not valued like I am. Everyone wants what I have." Barry almost giggled and said, "But I am like you. I just don't have those things that you have. We are we. We aren't things." Monty surprisingly admitted, "I am angry that things will change if you get those things, and I don't like for things to change." Barry simply asked, "Did you always have your things?" Monty responded, "Not all of them. I have always had some of them, but I had to be a good boy all the time for many years. I had to do what was expected of me to earn my things." Barry, now starting to better comprehend Monty's thinking, asked for clarification with, "So you were somewhat like me before then?" Monty, ever so irascible, barked, "No, I was never like you. I was always working towards getting these things and keeping them too." Barry immediately replied, "That's what I'm doing now. I'm hoping to earn better things too, and as soon as I possibly can. I don't just lie around all day sniffing on catnip." Monty revealed what he truly thought about the new cats in the neighborhood with, "No, you are getting these things given to you and are trying to get them easier than I ever could have." Barry resumed a previous point to try and get it sunk into Monty's mind with, "I am just trying to get these things, not your things. I will still be me, whatever I have or wherever I am. I'd like to live a life like yours in a safe and nice home." Monty, growing more agitated, arched his back and declared, "You'll never be like me, and I will do whatever I can to prevent or delay you from getting these things and being like me." Barry couldn't believe what he was hearing and stated, "My future kittens need to have a better life than me. I am just trying to make things better for them." Monty hissed, "My ancestor cats listened to their masters and did what they were supposed to do for generations to try and make things better for the next generation." Barry looked up at the moon and answered, "So did my ancestors. Why are we seen as different?" Monty snarled, "My family has done more." Barry, wanting answers, asked, What has your family done more of, and how can you measure that? Please tell me. Monty kept being evasive and stated, I don't need to explain myself. You are different from me. End of story. Barry, beginning to think that it was amusing to see Monty irritated, continued with, Seriously though, how am I different? I'm mostly an indoor cat too. Monty, sticking to his course of action of not providing explanations for his cogitations, returned, You know how. Stop acting like you don't know. Barry, presuming that he truly understood where Monty was coming from, requested with, I want you to tell me how I am different from you. Monty, flummoxed to the max, sneered, I don't need to do that. Barry, almost certain of Monty's mindset, returned with, I agree with you. You don't need to do that. It would be courteous for me to know how I am different from you. As long as you keep things the way that they are, no cats will have to explain themselves. Monty, seeing that Barry wasn't going to get as riled up as a dachshund who just eaten a spicy pepper and is put into a smelly shoebox, stated, It's just the way it's always been. We are different. End of story. Barry, knowing that Monty was listening, uttered this wonderful statement. Now, the story will never end, Monty. It's being written every day. I write my own story. Cats like you will not be writing my story any longer. Monty, not liking that assertion, leaped off the fence and looked back up at Barry and challenged, We'll see about that. I will never stop trying. Barry, relishing Monty's inability to manage his feelings and having the fence all to himself, concluded with, It certainly seems that way. Maybe that's the similarity between us. I'm only focused upon me, and you are too. Good night, Monty. Time would go on and their paths never crossed again. Monty would sit in his window getting frustrated over the other cats becoming more similar to him, while the other felines were just pleased to have better lives for them and their kittens. One day, Monty remembered Barry's words. He decided to stop being concerned with what Barry and the other kitties were doing or having. And as soon as he did that, his life got so much happier, it was like he had eaten the best catnip treat of all time. No, hold on. I'm almost done, bud. I'm almost done. Yeah, almost done. And I wish the best for you. Boop.